Good afternoon, good morning, it's still morning. Good morning, welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Today is the day it will be decided Barcelona or Bayern Munich. Who do you fancy and where do you want to go? Which team do you fancy will get the easiest chance with? Neither is it. I don't think Celtic are going to get past. When you see the teams that we could come up with in the next round, it's going to be very difficult for Celtic to see a pathway. I don't think that this team, the squad more than anything, is ready to take that next step. I don't think that we're there just yet. I think we're maybe a couple of players away. But one of the interesting things about this Champions League campaign is this. Yes, this shows you the money that Celtic have earned, and it shows you why the Champions League is so important to Celtic Football Club. The UEFA Champions League, this is unofficial prize money rankings at the end of the league stage. Liverpool top it with 99 million euros. 99 million euros. And then there's AC Milan with 90 million euros. That's an unbelievable amount of money. Down in 25th position are Celtic FC, who have made £46.224 million so far. £46 million so far. And then when you look down the bottom of the Champions League, their teams, Bratislava, that Celtic hammered on the first day of the Champions League campaign, they've only earned £21 million, 21 million euros from the Champions League. When you look at teams below Celtic and what they've made financially, Stuttgart, Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, Dynamo, Bologna, Young Boys, Girona, Sparta. It all comes down to, and I'm going to say it again, points make prizes. And if Celtic had just managed to win a couple of those games that were drawn, it would have added millions onto what we have earned. Now, this is only projected prize money. Celtic will now get a further payment for entering into the playoff position. And then there's also ticket money to come into it. So it is an interesting stat. And when you look at it, you understand why getting to the later stages of the Champions League is a must for Celtic on an ongoing basis. To win a few games, if you look at the likes of Feyenoord, 53 million, if we can start getting prize money every year of 50 to 60 million, just from the league phase of the Champions League, Celtic will be in a better financial position and will be able to bring in better players. And that's ultimately what we all want for Celtic FC. When you look at Real Madrid, even Real Madrid have only earned 78 million. They've earned not even double what Celtic have made, but when you put it into perspective, it's a fantastic amount of money that Celtic have made from the Champions League this year, and it shows the importance. But when it all comes down to it, it's hoping to get real cheap flights from Tenerife. Richard, you'll get cheap flights from Tenerife to Spain if it's the Madrid game. You'll get cheap flights from Tenerife to Spain if it's the Madrid game. Hope for the Madrid game because you'll get cheapest chip flights. If it's Germany, you might have to pay a little bit more. But internal flights in Spain. As the draw on TV, it is allegedly on TNT Sports. We done a preferred tie poll last night. We done that last night. People wanted Bayern Munich. We did do the poll last night. We could do another one. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll get that done. I'll just do this. Do a poll. Whilst we are waiting on the TV show starting. Started poll. Bayern Munich or Another trip to Madrid for our sins. There we go, do another poll, but we did one last night. I don't think there'll be much difference. Everyone wanted Bayern Munich because they thought that was going to be the easier game. There's no easy game at this stage. It's on the official UEFA website also. Bring on Harry Kane. TNT Sports 2. Yeah, it's on TNT Sports 2. We're just waiting on the programme starting. In fact, we need Victor Wembanyama still and push Calmac forward. We need quite a few players in. It's not the one to talk about it, but Brendan Rodgers, UEFA Presents, the programme is starting. I better not turn that volume up because that music will get the video demonetised. And we can't be having that. And let me just do this. There is the boys who have partaken in the Champions League this season. And minus... No, that's not, because that is minus Kyogo. That was the last game. So... that's the team that could take... Well, you're going to have Jota in the team, aren't you? But anyway, that man is proud of what the team has done so far in the Champions League. And I think every single one of us should be as well. Pedro Pinto. Pedro Pinto. Personally, I want a little short train trip. I want a 2-hour high-speed train journey. Can I vote? Everyone's wanting Bayern Munich. It's going to go Real Madrid's way. You know that. We're going to get Real Madrid. Do a poll saying Baz, sound of Celtic man on YouTube. I'm not doing a poll about that. I just get 2 boys from Renfrew and 1 from Busby. I had to get a friend out of Nick. Big Des, what happened with that? Oh, the Champions League. It's where we want to be. I'm so proud of Brendan and the boys, says Lorna Gallagher. I think we should all be. I think we've achieved something that, even getting to the playoff position, it was the target before the start of the season. It was the target before the start of the season when the draw was made. It was to take that next step. And I think after finishing so low in previous seasons under various managers in the Champions League, I think finishing so low for so long, getting to this stage, and when you look at the teams below us, we should be very, very proud of what we've achieved. And no one will fancy coming to Celtic Park with the atmosphere and Celtic being up for it. Celtic do need to get a couple of players in. We still need to try and get this winger in, the Mateus one. I hope Celtic can get that over the line. And a defender. We need another defender. We've let Stephen Welsh go out on loan. Is Dane Murray the answer? A lot of people will say no after his performance, but he's a big lad that is coming through the system, so we need to give him time. I think that with all the younger players that played in the game against Aston Villa, I think taking anything and judging them on that game is doing them a disservice, and it's giving them time to break into the team. We can't expect young guys to come into the team and perform like proven internationalists and proven players with experience at this level. This is the highest level, highest domestic level that any player can play at. Kicking ourselves because of the result against Bruges and Zagreb. Chilpil, I said that at the time. I said we're going to rue those results, and we could have been way further up the table, and you know, maybe not have got to the last 8. But they're telling the people, they're showing that they're straight into the last 16, and then it's showing the playoff positions. We're up against Celtic down in 21st to 12 points. Man City below us. Man City below Celtic. Take a bit of pride in that. I mean, I've been winding a mate up that stays out here, who's a Man City fan. Scored the hat-trick. What I said about Celtic support. Yeah, I did. He says Celtic were the worst support away fans that I've heard all season. That's ironic from a fan base who hardly sang themselves. If that's the English Premiership atmospheres for you, it stinks. I don't care what they say at the end of the day. We have beaten German. Have we beaten Germans before? St. Pauli guys would go out in Munich. Yeah, they would. But anyway. We're definitely weak at this moment in time, says Liam. Yeah, we are that. But it's an afternoon, Kaiser. How are you? Borussia Dortmund. It's now going to show you all the teams in the playoff position. Real Madrid. Oh, Jesus. We are going to head back there. And selfishly, I do want just a little quick train journey because it'll be good for me. And I will be going up to the game. I will be booking my ticket right after this. Wait. I seen him in TNT interview. He says he'd never seen an away and so alive. I think that's maybe watching a different one. Yang going to run amok? Not a chance. If we go into that game with just Yang playing, I'm sure that if Jota is allowed to play that game, and if any new players that come in are allowed to play that game, we will have a better chance. We need a defensive midfield player, Cal Mack shooting boots on. Yeah, Peter, but I think we're right there. Man City don't have any songs to sing. No, because it's Man City are just NOC Grandpa head at the Villa fan. No. Oh. And what about Rennes? We'll just talk about Kyogo for a second. Kyogo leaves Celtic and joins Rennes. Rennes have already sacked their manager and they've sold the striker that Kyogo was coming in to replace. Why can't have Celtic have done that? Why didn't Celtic do that? Why didn't Celtic get in the striker and then sell Kyogo? I mean, he could have been sold yesterday or today. Celtic! Adam, Ida, get in there. Come on, you're only showing one Man City below. Man City below Celtic. Bayern perfect preparations for playing Dortmund in the final. Jesus. Jota will have 2 weeks to get up to speed. It's a big ask. It's a big ask for anybody. It's a big ask for anybody that comes into Celtic at this point. Did you see the Mateus goal last night? He scored the goal last night in an empty stadium. I don't know why that was. I don't know why the stadium was empty. So, who will take on who? Says Pedro. Oh, my nerves. Can't see the representative from Celtic. I don't know what representative from Celtic is there. Are there? A new era in the Champions League. Celtic have the best fans in the world. Fuck Villa Tourist League wankers, says Kaiser. You know what, mate? You know what? Jota is automatically starting the left wing regardless of fitness. Yes, he is. It's all down to what number he gets because people are saying he was going to get number 23. Will he get the number 27, even though Palmer's only going out on loan? But Palmer has that option to buy. So I think that once that option to buy kicks in, does his squad number then get taken off him? I don't know. See the Man City representative. Yeah, winning every match is the only way to guarantee getting to James McCarthy as our rep, more than likely. And there's one thing, the first game at Celtic Park, Dice Maida will not be available, which is unfortunate. For those ranked 9-24, the journey continues. I don't know who's representing Celtic. There's never shown you on the telly yet. Or representing behind the Man City one. Who is it? Who's taking the trip over to Europe for us? It's always the same Chilpel, isn't it? They always drag it out. I we did a poll, who do you want in the next game? It's had 196 votes. If you haven't voted, get voting. Do you want Bayern Munich or do you want Real Madrid? Oh, God. It's going to be interesting. I was in the chemist this morning, flying saucer zombie top. Oh, they are just milking it, aren't they? Just get on with it. Just get on with it. We need a solid defence. You could say that we need two. Who? Who? Looks like it's taking place in a university. Oh, come on. Potential no away fans for this game. Celtic have been notified. No point in booking a flight and hotel then. Have Celtic been notified? I'll still be going. I'll be sitting in the home end. I'm not giving a flying fuck. I will be going. And I'll get a ticket for the home end. If it's in Spain, I'll not be going if it's Germany. Airlines flights about to be doubled. Should be illegal. Yeah, it should be. But then there is ways you can get around it. Just don't fly direct into the host city. So, for instance, if it is Madrid, fly into Alicante and get the train up. Or get a bus. Baz, if you go to Madrid and start coughing on my arm, we might get a result. Yep. Not blaming Lawwell for anything. He's been class since we lost 10 in a row with the signings. Is Jota eligible to play in the Champions League? Yep. Same here, Baz, if it's Madrid. Yep, Richard. The ones that stay out here will be able to get tickets for the home end easily. So that's the good bit. The bad bit is having to sit with no top on in the home end in Madrid. Atletico Madrid fans were all right, but I don't know about the Real Madrid fans. I'm not too sure about sitting with their top on and that. But anyway. Yep. Chilpil, I'm in agreement with you. It's if the Celtic fans are, yeah, it's real handy being a Spanish resident. Sometimes it has its little bonuses, doesn't it, Richard? Folk will be like, get me a ticket. You'll have an hour to book flights when the fixture is announced before they push up the prices, says Mikey Boy. It's always good because when you sit and watch Paul the Tim getting ready to book the flights, he within an hour of the draw taking place back in the summer, Paul the Tim had his three away trips booked. So there we have it. Celtic are sitting on 21-22. They're just going through what we all know. Tap Saf in the home end. Every away game in Europe. Yeah. You just put a jumper on or a jacket. That's what I usually do. Have your scarf under your top. So Celtic are paired with Manchester City. And we will face Real Madrid or FC Bayern München. Munich. Oh. And it's always exciting to get to this, but you really want to try and I think next year we really want to try our hardest to try and get into that top 8. I think that this year was maybe the best chance that we've ever have had. I think we'll look back at the end of this campaign once it is over, and we'll think, you know what, we had a real chance to get into the top 8, and it just eluded us. I mean, we ended up 21st, but I mean, that is what it is. But if we had won 2 of those games that we were drawn, which we thought we would want to win, to be fair, we did think that they were games that you could win. And I think if we had a little bit of a more depth to the squad, better players, ultimately, we are going through a season of change. It is another season of change where what's happening now, they're now just showing the seeded teams going into the pots and how they will go into the pots. They're just dragging it out. They're just basically who is WhatsApping booking flights. As a result of the use of pyrotechnics during the match against Borussia Dortmund last year, Celtic Football Club was sanctioned by UEFA control ethics and disciplinary. The decision meant that the club only received a fine of 20,000, but also if such behaviour was repeated in the match in the next 2 years, the club would be prevented from selling tickets to supporters for one away match in UEFA competitions. Unfortunately, the club has received further disciplinary notice from UEFA following the match against Aston Villa. This is Celtic Football Club, put out a statement. Unfortunately, the club has received a further disciplinary notice from UEFA following the match against Aston Villa on Wednesday evening. The club will obviously make robust representations to UEFA and make every effort to ensure that our fans can attend our next UEFA Champions League match. However, clearly there is a risk that supporters may not be able to attend. In light of this situation, then it is incumbent on the club to make supporters aware of this risk when considering making arrangements for travel until further information is provided by UEFA. That's a statement that was put out by Celtic 20 minutes ago. That's a statement that was put out by Celtic 20 minutes ago. It looks like we may not get away fans, so hold off booking. This is when Celtic fans will now turn on the Green Brigade. And didn't think the fine would be enough. They might extend the duration. So that was put out by Celtic. A statement saying hold off with bookings because they know that Celtic fans will book in the numbers. There's the first one coming out. It is the pot before Celtic. Still going for the crack. I'll get a ticket for the home end if it's... Club Brugge was first out. It's not the pot that Celtic are in, so the draw has started. Club Brugge. They'll face either Atalanta or Dortmund. That could have been Celtic facing Club Brugge if we had been further up the table. It could have been Celtic facing Club Brugge. Both of them will fancy their chances of going through against Club Brugge. Won't matter, we'll get pumped anyway. Surely all the cameras, they can locate the person that threw the smoke bomb. It doesn't really matter if they locate the person that threw the smoke bomb. Oh, here we go. This is the pot that Celtic are in. Celtic. Man City get pulled out the pot first. Man City have been pulled out the pot before Celtic. Oh. And now Celtic have been pulled out the pot. Celtic. Who is that? Smoke bomb came from the lower, apparently. Both groups were in the upper. So the smoke bomb did not come from anyone from the Green Brigade or the boys. Let me just put that out there. The smoke bomb did not come from the boys or the Green Brigade group. The section that it came from was a majority of corporate tickets. People that got their tickets through corporate. So the smoke bomb, this is coming out from people from the groups. The smoke bomb did not come from Green Brigade or the Ultras group, the boys. Let's just get that right out there. They did not. This is coming direct from. The smoke bomb came from the lower tier, which was not anyone connected with the boys or the Green Brigade Ultras. So let's just stop bashing the boys, as they say. It wasn't me this time. Up the Green Brigade. So that's come direct from both groups. That's come direct to me from both groups. That was just sent by WhatsApp. The smoke bomb came from the lower. Apparently both groups were in the upper. The majority corporate tickets in the lower. And another one, I'd like to see who lied to the ticket office. We could only access 3 top tier section tickets. There were twice the amount below us. So it was not anyone to do, and to get that out there. Baz, they're not on and up. The Ultras groups were in the top tier of the stadium. The Ultras groups were in the top tier, and the smoke bomb came from the bottom tier. Big boy done it and they ran away. Little boy. It was John McGuinness' mums. John McGuinness more through it. Right, the next pot is the pot that Celtic are up against. So here we go. Will you get your wish? 78% want us to go to Bayern and Munich in Germany. 22% want Madrid. Hold your breath. Now this Man City will get... No, it's not. It's fucking PSV. What are they doing? Why are they doing... It's not the pot that Celtic's in at all. Jesus Christ, man. Juventus play PSV. Juventus play PSV. AC Milan. I predicted we'll get Bayern Munich. It was Sevco in disguise. Sevco in disguise, yes you are. Munich, it's Munich. Don't spoil it for folk that are still watching it. We got Bayern. I'm not going to Germany. Fuck that. You're not going to get tickets. We're not going to get tickets. Man City, Real Madrid, Bayern, we're on now. Baz, you're doing my head in. David, you're doing my head in. Fuck off. Folk putting up fucking before it comes on the telly. Anyway, Celtic do get Bayern and Munich. Me personally, Richard is gutted. I'm gutted. I don't know why everyone's excited, because we're not going to get any fans going to the game. It's going to be hard enough coming up against Bayern Munich for the Celtic team. Paul Baird, I'd hold off booking flights. I mean, you could still go over, but it's looking. Celtic have put out the statement. Celtic have put out the statement this morning. Statement from Celtic FC, Celtic Football Club, 31st of January, 10:56 a.m. As a result of the pyrotechnics during the match against Borussia Dortmund last year, Celtic Football Club was sanctioned by UEFA Control, Ethics and Disciplinary Body. The decision meant that the club did receive a fine of €20,000, but also, if such behaviour was repeated at a match in the next 2 years, the club would be prevented from selling tickets to supporters for one away match in UEFA club competitions. Unfortunately, the club has received further disciplinary notice from UEFA following the match against Aston Villa FC on Wednesday evening. The club will obviously make representations to UEFA and they will make every effort to ensure that our fans can attend UEFA Champions League match. However, there is a clear risk to our supporters that they may not be able to attend. In light of this situation, it is incumbent on the club to make supporters aware of the risk when considering making arrangements for travel until further information is provided by UEFA. That's a Celtic club statement that has just went out. So, to the person who was in the bottom tier, the Ultras groups were both in the top tiers of the stadium. To the person in the bottom tier who got their tickets through corporate. So there's people who sit in corporate sections at Celtic Park have given their ticket to some Ned. And it is what it is. Celtic now look as if they're going to be banned from attending, our fans are going to be banned attending going to Bayern Munich, which is unfortunate. Why would a Celtic fan do that, knowing the consequences? I've no idea, but we need to get the fan that threw the pyro. It does need to happen, and I think that it's one of those things, you know, how did he get the smoke bomb in the first place? Look, it doesn't matter. Family member works in Germany, I'll be there. Celtic do Feyenoord, take Bayern for 3 at home. I think taking 3, it's okay to win 3 at home, but I think losing 4 or 5 away is Celtic's problems. McGinn's, Dumbarton, Bams, it probably is. Home to Bayern, first leg, right? Yes, we are Irishman and Porto. We're home to Bayern in the first leg. We are home to Bayern in the first leg. They should just ban the fan. But the thing is it's more than likely that the fan that threw the pyro in, the fan that threw the pyro in, got his ticket from a friend who sits in corporate, or you know, and that's the way it is. I can't see someone in corporate taking. And there's WhatsApp coming through again. Germany. I'll tell you one thing, the guys for the groups aren't too happy that they're getting pinpointed for the fact that it was nothing to do with them. But anyway, it still is what it is. No fans will be travelling to the stadium. 10,000 will still travel. Have a fighting chance in Real Madrid? No chance. Have a fighting chance. Real Madrid chance? I'm not. When you look at it, both teams are absolutely flying at the top of the league. Celtic are flying at the top of their league. It is what it is. His close-up picture is all over the internet. Is it? I said no one ever. Never heard anything about the young boys' flares getting fines. It was a good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. Yep, it was good while it lasted. We are hate fans that throw shit and run onto the park. Yeah, me too. Name and shame him on her. Wasn't me. I was in the villa end, said Sean Buist. Anyway, 79% get their ways. There was 370 votes. 370 votes and 79% wanted to go to Germany. If we go to Germany. Oh, Jesus. I'm raging with the idiot, says Chill Pill. Yep, we need to wait to see what Celtic come out. Have they released the dates? The dates are... The dates are already released. The 11th and 12th will be at home. The 11th and 12th of February will be at home. And then it is the following week is the away game. So we're at home either the 11th or 12th of February. So no doubt Celtic will. I'm going to just jump quickly onto the Celtic website just to get... Important note for supporters. I'll get that and I'll put it on for you. So there's the note from Celtic. Is they're saying, do not book anything. Mark Lawwell threw the pyro. Yeah, it probably was. Raging that he's still on gardening leave getting paid by Celtic. KT and Arsenal getting a doing in the quarter final. It's 11th and 12th of February. Barry Ferguson threw the pyro. Can we not choose the games? No, we can't. We can't. But it is what it is. Celtic have been drawing the Germans. We had a choice of... we didn't have a choice. We went into a pot with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Celtic have been pulled out the pot with Real Madrid. The Green Brigade are responsible, not any individual. The Green Brigade aren't responsible. I've just had notice saying it was the bottom tier. It was the bottom tier that it came from. The Green Brigade and the boys were in the top tier. The Green Brigade and the boys were in the top tier. The flare that was thrown onto the pitch came from the bottom tier. Corporate fans are business. They invite whoever. Yep, they do that. The stewards are responsible. The stewards are responsible. Let's try to blame everyone but Celtic fans. Anyway, that is the breaking news. Celtic fans may not descend in numbers to Germany. Celtic have just put out a statement, and I have put the statement in the chat. I'll put it in again, and make sure that you go and check that. If you are going to book tickets, read that statement. Looks like we're going to get a ban, a one-game ban. The flare came from the Celtic fans. Who cares? Yeah, it came from a Celtic fan. And every Celtic fan knew the consequences of throwing anything onto the pitch. It's going to be a showcase. Don't allow cricket score. With no away fans, it's going to be very, very difficult for the team. With no away fans, Celtic fans do travel in numbers, but the current situation is, in light of the situation, it is incumbent on the club to make sure that supporters are aware of the risk before considering any arrangements for travel until further information is provided. I'm sure the representative that was at the UEFA will now be in talks with the hierarchy at UEFA and saying what is going on. Are our fans allowed to travel? They will be booking as we speak. There'll be thousands and thousands of fans booking to go to Germany. Not me, I'm not going to Germany. It's too cold. It's far too cold this time of year. Find him if he's a season ticket holder. Take his book off and bar him. I don't think it's going to be as easy as that, because I think that it will be someone that's got a ticket from someone else that sits in corporate. We need another Atalanta masterclass. We do that. We do. 3-0 up the first leg, boys. Can we get 3-0 up? Can we even do anything? Anyway, that's me done and dusted for the day. Palma's off to Greece. And Celtic go to Germany. And on that note, have an absolutely fantastic day, Germany. I'm gutted, to be honest. I'll admit it, I am gutted. I'm one that wanted to go in a high-speed train. I could still get a high-speed train to Bayern, but you could probably get a flight. Anyway, I'm not going to. Have a fantastic day wherever you are, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the